Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Cycle on Global Television. We're live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Queen Agaba. President Bola Tinubu has approved the naming of the M18 road infrastructure in Guzape district, Abuja, after renowned novelist Chinua Achebe. The president stated this today during his address at the inauguration of the road in Abuja. A total of 3,110 Kano State pilgrims have arrived in Makkah, Saudi Arabia for the 2024 Hajj. The pilgrims were received by officials of the Nigerian National Hajj Commission and the Kano State Pilgrims Welfare Board. The head of the media team for Kano State Pilgrims and spokesperson of the Deputy Governor, Ibrahim Shuaibu, disclosed this in a statement made available to newsmen Saturday. Ibrahim said the pilgrims comprise both government-sponsored and privately sponsored individuals. The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dr. Dele Alake, has reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to enforce insurance policy for mine workers in Nigeria. The minister made this known while representing President Bola Tinubu on a condolence visit to Niger State Governor Umar Bago in Minna. He says the policy will enhance safety measures to provide relief to miners in Nigeria. Global Television brings you details. Following the recent mine pit collapse in Galadima, Kogo, Shiroro local government area of Niger State, the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, emphasized the federal government's stand, saying remediation plans must accompany mining license applications. He warned that irresponsible mining operations that pose threats to the environment and communities will no longer be tolerated.
Solid Minerals officials would also be on the spot to ensure or validate the accuracy of whatever information that is supplied via the EIA submitted. Two, we have a mineral and environmental compliance agency, and the director is here with me. They ensure that environmental regulations are complied with by the miners.
Governor Umar Bago expressed gratitude for the condolence visit and emphasized the need for a concerted effort between the federal government and subnationals to ensure mining companies comply with safety standards. He advocated the strengthening of collaborative measures to enhance periodic monitoring and evaluation of the environmental impact of mining operations to minimize recurrence of the unfortunate incident.
There is need for a concerted effort to make all miners with licenses relate with the communities where these mines are, relate with the local government where these mines are, relate with the emirate system where these mines are, and relate with the state government. Because if you know the site where this happened, no rescue mission outside the chopper and probably people who live in that mountainous area will be able to reach there immediately.
The mine pit collapsed due to heavy downpour. For Global Television, Queen Agaba reporting. The Nasarawa State government, in collaboration with the Federal Medical Center KEFI, has commenced the testing and treating of residents infected with the viral hepatitis B and C virus across the 13 local government areas of the state. The acting governor of the state, Emmanuel Akabe, disclosed this in Doma local government area at the flag of the Viral Hepatitis Free Village campaign tag putting Nasarawa State on the track of viral hepatitis elimination by 2030. He further explained that the partnership with the hospital was also to commence a medical outreach to provide comprehensive healthcare services in rural communities across the state. MultiChoice Nigeria says it will appeal Friday's ruling of the Competition and Consumer Protection Tribunal in Abuja, which awarded a 150 million naira fine against it for challenging the court's jurisdiction. The tribunal had fined MultiChoice Nigeria the sum of 150 million naira for disobeying its order. The order had restrained the pay TV company from increasing its monthly subscription pending the determination of the suit brought before it by an Abuja-based lawyer, Festus Onifade. The tribunal also ordered the pay TV company to provide its Nigerian customers with a 1-month free subscription to its DSTV and GoTV packages. Farmers have predicted tougher days ahead for Nigerians concerning the ongoing food inflation crisis in the country. This is as the farmers blamed subsidy removal, which increased the cost of transporting farm produce, and insecurity, which has continued to hinder farming as some of the reasons for the food crisis. The farmers, while urging Nigerians to brace up for more price hikes of food produce, noted that the food crisis may continue until August. Members of the organized labor comprising both the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, have capited the 36 governors for saying they couldn't afford 60,000 naira minimum wage. The two labor leaders described the governor's comment and actions towards the Nigerian workers as an act of wickedness, and while calling on them to have a rethink before danger ahead explodes. The governors, through the Director Media and Public Affairs of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Hajiya Halima Salihu Ahmed, disclosed that they couldn't afford 60,000 naira that was proposed by the federal government. You're watching the news cycle coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. When news cycle returns, UN adds Israeli military to child rights violators list. This and other stories coming right after this break. Please stay with us.
With every government and introduction of new policies, businesses of all kinds and sizes seize the opportunity to evolve and redefine themselves. Business Point on Global Television is where we follow the money and put the facts and figures right in front of you. Watch Business Point every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. as Kikelamo Okeri tracks all the latest developments across critical sectors. Business Point, this is business.
Time check. It's midday. Then it's Midday Discourse. Midday Discourse is a program that covers trending local and international news, current issues, and human-related topics. Join Samuel Odi weekdays 1 p.m. on Global Television. The discussion starts here.
Many thanks for staying with us. Now, if you've just joined us, this is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of the news cycle. On the foreign scene, the Israeli military says its troops have rescued 4 Israeli hostages alive from Gaza after a complex daytime operation. According to the military, all 4 were kidnapped by Hamas militants from the Nova Music Festival, adding that the victims have been taken to hospital and are all in good medical condition. The United Nations has placed the Israeli military on a list of parties accused of committing violations against children in conflict zones. This decision, confirmed by Israel's ambassador to the UN, Gilad Erdan, which has sparked a wave of controversy, is contained in the UN Secretary General's annual report. The report is set to be presented to the UN Secretary Council next week. The Danish police has said that the attack on Denmark's Prime Minister Matt Fredrickson, which left her shaking with a whiplash injury, was likely not politically motivated. A 39-year-old man who was apprehended after hitting the Prime Minister was remanded in the custody until June 20th after hearing before a Copenhagen court. In business, renewable energy sources are expected to attract 2 trillion naira globally in 2024, out of the total $3 trillion energy investment projected for the year. This is contained in a report by the International Energy Agency stating further that a total of energy investment worldwide is expected to top 3 trillion naira for the first time. The United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs says humanitarian partners will need $4.7 billion to assist 20.9 million vulnerable people in parts of Nigeria, Chad, and 5 other African countries. This was disclosed in its 2024 Humanitarian Needs and Requirement Overview report published on its website. On the entertainment scene, Howard University in Washington, D.C. has revoked the honorary degree awarded to Sean Combs, also known as Diddy, following the surfacing of a video that the university considers a major breach of its core values. In May, a video emerged showing Diddy physically assaulting his former girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, in a hotel hallway in 2016. Diddy, who is reported to be a former Howard student but left before graduating, received an honorary doctorate in 2014. However, a statement on Howard University's website revealed that the Board of Trustees voted unanimously to accept the return of the degree bestowed upon Diddy. Reality star and actress Josephine Otobo, also known as Fina, has kicked against marriage after witnessing a man brutally beating his wife. Fina said despite efforts to intervene, the man was uncontrollable, leaving her livid, shaking, and grateful to have escaped a similar fate in her past relationship. Fina's personal encounter has left her with a newfound fear of marriage and a deeper understanding of the dangers of toxic relationships. In sports, the Super Eagles held 1-1 by bitter rivals South Africa in the 3rd round of qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. Fisayo Dele Bashiru's first Nigerian goal in the 46th minute would earn the Eagles a draw after going behind to Bafana Bafana in their 31st minute through Themba Zwane. The result means the Eagles are winless, in 3 games and are now 5th in Group C with 3 points and with 7 matches left to play. Nigeria made a promising start, but Ademola Lookman sent the ball over the bar in the 8th minute. Football lightweight Lesotho stole the World Cup qualifying show in Africa, topping the table in a group including powerhouses South Africa and Nigeria. Lesotho ranked 149th in the world, upset Zimbabwe 2-0 in Soweto to lead Group C and remained there after Nigeria and South Africa drew 1-1 in Uyo 6 hours later. And that's it on the news cycle, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I'm Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching and see you again.